What's good, YouTube? Pretty much gonna be going over the trade I took today. It ended up being an unfortunate loss. Lost about 490 across 5 funded accounts, so it's about 2,500. So yeah, going into the day, obviously, what I did notice is we've already swept out the previous week high on the previous week candle. We already swept out the previous day high, so that kind of allows some areas for shorts to possibly play out, some setups. But yeah, so as you guys can see here, I was pretty much watching the 10 a.m. closure. Ended up forming this 4-hour CRT on Nasdaq. So if we were bears, like London low would be the draw liquidity. Didn't really form it on ES, and then on the hourly, yeah, we pretty much inverse this hourly, where I have these low resistance lows that and unfilled 1 hour on ES. Also have low resistance liquidity below, right, with the session lows pretty much right next to each other. New day opening gap that's unfilled, just left open. But yeah, I unfortunately did lose today. I'll pretty much show you guys the setup that I was looking at. So pretty much, you know, show a lot of what I'm looking for in the Discord. So like this morning, right before market open, I'm like, I want us to manipulate higher, create some sort of SMT up here. Nasdaq was the more bearish pair, so I was expecting ES to come up here, right, tap into the previous breaker, then send it lower. And then for longs, I didn't really mention about it in the Discord, but I definitely wanted to see some sort of SMT down here before move higher. So yeah, so pretty much in the morning, right, we pushed higher, right, leaving relative equal lows, right, these low resistance lows. So I was like, bet this looks pretty good. So now I was just like waiting for like a valid SMT to get put in place. One thing I didn't mark out was the previous hourly high on ES, because if we were to dump at 10 a.m., like a good manipulation is like a previous hourly candle, right? Like first CRT, like you can see this candle open up, swept out this low, and now we reversed. Same case scenario over here, but just the opposite direction. So we swept out this high. I was like, bet, this looks pretty good. It's happening to this unfilled 15-minute, and then we have the SMT up here, so I'm like, bet. So pretty much dropped into 5-minute. I noticed this 5-minute breaker here, right? We have SMT. I was like, bet, this is all I need. So and then stop loss above the candles high, this 5-minute. Because if we were bearish, like we really, after getting this displacement, we really shouldn't hit this high. You could have it up here, but yeah, I was pretty confident in this, so I pretty much just entered right when we tagged the breaker, right? Nice relative lows. Pretty much just going for the low hanging fruit, being London lows. I mean, yeah, this all makes sense if we were to push lower. So yeah, pretty much entered there. The one thing I like about this trade too is the displacement, right, creating this breaker. So when we have this displacement, it pretty much opens up fair value gaps. So you can see we have this 3-minute that we opened up, 2-minute, and we have this 2-minute, 2-minute, from 1-minute, right? This huge 1-minute, another 1-minute. So it's like that. So yeah, stop loss pretty much above here. Pretty much got ran through. What I could have done better, I was just a little overconfident in it. I could have easily, put a, I think, yeah, probably could have entered in this 2-minute. So entering back when we retested is like very good just for RR wise. So I could easily have my stop loss above here and still manage to get a 2R. So yeah, there's no really like break even area, in my opinion. Just because we closed below my 5-minute. Yeah. My break even honestly was this low. Just because we hit this low, we really shouldn't come all the way back up. So yeah, unfortunate. The trade that did end up playing out, this is kind of like a pattern trade, this unicorn. It's also your breaker too. Right, tapped into this, relative to lows, right, really didn't sweep a London low, just big SMT, low risk liquidity. It was, pretty good trade. I ended up paper trading this. Show my executions. Yeah, pretty much paper traded this. 3-minute unicorn, right, sold, relative equal highs up here. And then, yeah, pretty much the rest of the day, I was like, let's just see, right. I was still a little bearish. I was really overconfident in these lows the whole day. So, that kind of made me, like, kind of miss this trade. Because I was looking at this unicorn, right, 15-minute, tagged it, push higher. Because, when you're at all-time highs, you really shouldn't really care too much about these, bearish SMTs that we're getting at the highs. Because in all-time highs, we really should just create new highs. That's the whole point. So this could have been a good entry for me to push higher, but yeah, I try to just take one trade and just move on with the day. Especially later in the day, like I'm not trying to like revenge trade, or that's usually when my emotions get the best. I'm not trying to, blow my account or anything. So yeah, unfortunate loss today. It is what it is. Just all-time highs, man. Last month was pretty good. We're off to a little rough start here, but always bounce back, and worst comes to worst, we can get more accounts. But this whole week's been like crazy. Just large overnight expansions. Not really getting anything like too high probability. The New York session, Monday and Tuesday, pretty much said, nah, I ain't trading this. So yeah, Wednesday, I was like, this is really the only good day of the week for me to trade, because tomorrow's the day before NFP, so I'm not really expecting too much, and we just pumped 2% today. So then we'll see what happens on Friday, but yeah, that might be just the trade of the week for me. Unfortunate. The only thing about trade all-time highs is just sometimes like the short setups, the odds of it playing out are just a lot lower. So it is what it is. But yeah, we move on and we come back better, and yeah, about to start back testing, and yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Peace.